Hi, I'm Christopher Dunn again. This is HandmadeInVermont.com, and today we're talking about the Hubbardton Forge interior Dune wall sconce, and this is going to be the smaller one, the 20-4790. There's also a larger one, the 20-4795. Check that out as well. Watch the video on that page so you can check it out. And I happen to have the larger one here, or at least parts of it, and I have the glass from the smaller one here, so you can kind of see what they're like side by side, as well as other little details about them. So let's get into the size of the smaller one. It is 15.6 inches total height, 5 inches wide, and it's going to go over a 4-inch junction box. I'll talk about that in a second. But it's going to be a projection of only 2.9 inches. So coming from the wall, coming out, 2.9, less than 3, obviously. And that's going to be ADA compliant, which means that this qualifies to be used in applications like hallways of apartment buildings or condo buildings or restaurants or hospitals or any of those kind of things. ADA is Americans with Disabilities Act that says that a sconce can only come out from the wall up to 4 inches, and this is well below that. So in residential applications, this is going to be great for you guys to use in hallways and stairways because you can get by it really easily. Okay, and there's nothing really to run into. Okay, let's get into a couple of the details about it. Overall height 15.6, I said, 5-inch wide, projection 2.9. Back plate, that's going to be the part that goes against your wall on your 4-inch junction box, is coming in at 15.6 by 5 inches. To show you more information about that, we're going to go look at the installations instructions really quick. So if you're on the page for this on Handmade in Vermont, look over on that side of the screen, midway down, you're going to see a link. It's going to say click here for installations instructions PDF. So open that up for me. It's going to show you a full parts list, how the glass goes on, which is super easy and fast. But it's also going to show you detailed drawings of that back plate and how it's going to go onto your 4-inch junction box. Okay, take advantage of that. Glass is 2.13 inches diameter, outside diameter, 11.88 inches tall. Little details we like to know. Mounting height, the distance from the bottom of the fixture to the middle of your J box is coming in at, what is it, 9.2. Okay, something you should know as well. Okay, let's talk about what's going on inside of this and how much light you can get out of it, because that's going to be really important. A lot of you guys are going to want to use this in a bathroom, and you're going to notice that they're going to be limiting you when you do a halogen bulb, and you can still get these at a 60 watt. Is that enough for a bathroom? Powder room, yes. Primary bathroom, maybe. However, a lot of you guys are not going to necessarily do a halogen bulb. You're going to do an LED. Lots of LEDs that you can use. It's going to be using a G9 socket, and G9 sockets just simply take G9 bulbs. Sometimes they're little wire things here, and then sometimes they're little pads that come out, little prongs. So they just go in like that. They just push right in. Super, super easy. Okay, so let's talk about the LED part of this. That's going to be pretty important. So when you get into LEDs, there's enough space inside this glass that you can put in whatever you can find as far as size goes, as long as it fits in the glass. So there's no limitations. Your limitation is really the heat generated by this little bulb here inside your opal glass. And I'll talk more about opal glass and how special it is a little later in the video. Okay, so let's go back to our LED story for a second. So LEDs, I have a few of them here. Quite a few of them, actually. We use them all over our showroom, too. These are G9 LEDs. I got these on Amazon. Super easy to do it. You put in a search, G9 LED, and up pops a big list of what you can get. And the little ones that have the orange pads, and sometimes there are orange lines running through, those are called phosphorus. The ones that look like corn cobs are called cob LED, and that's pretty cute as well. And I have found these cob LEDs up to 100 watt equivalent. So, and that was kind of recent. And here's the thing about that. So I've noticed that over time, as time kind of progresses, these are getting easier to find as LEDs, these G9s, and they're getting better. So they're getting better as far as brighter and the color of the light coming out of them and all that good stuff. So if you really want to use these in a primary bathroom, I would probably go online, and it doesn't have to be Amazon. It could be 1001bulbs.com. It could be acehardware.com. That's another place to look, or Lowe's or Home Depot, and look for a 100 watt equivalent. I think that would be the way to go with this. It's a dimmable fixture. You just want to make sure that you buy a dimmable version if you want to dim it. So if you're going to be putting this in a hallway or a living room or a dining room, yes, you want to dim it. If you're going to be putting this in a bathroom, are you going to be dimming your bathroom lights? Rarely do you do that, but it's still, you can do that, look for that search as well as far as the dimmable versions of these bulbs. They also come in different types of color of the light coming out of the bulbs I talk about in every single video. They're going to be offering these bulbs to you in 2700 Kelvin. That's going to be yellow like the setting sun. They're also going to be offering these to you in something called daylight, and to be really careful because daylight sounds like it should be warm, but that's not warm. That's a convenience store light, hospital waiting room light, overcast day. That's that bluish white light you see out there, and that's going to be 4,000, 5,000 Kelvin on that Kelvin scale. In the middle of all that, what we do like to use, and what I think you should use if you're putting these in a bathroom, is going to be, I would probably think, soft white or warm white, and that's going to be 3,000 Kelvin. Make sure it really says that, and you zero in on that. And also that it's a dimmable light, dimmable bulb anyway. The light coming down in my hands, this is that 3,000 Kelvin. So this is that nice warm light. It mimics an incandescent bulb that we all grew up with, so it's really pretty. I want to touch base on Hubbardton Forge's opal glass for just a second. So all of Hubbardton Forge's glass to begin with is going to be hand blown. This piece is hand blown first in clear, then they're going to come in and they're going to blow another layer of white glass on the inside of this. The third step is they're going to take and they're going to sandblast the whole thing on the inside and the outside. That's going to give you this beautiful, mellow, translucent, milky piece of glass. When you look at this and you can see the layers are actually piled up on the inside of this. Hubbardton Forge is very obsessed about details on all of their pieces, including their glass, and that's why you're here, because you're probably just as obsessed about little details as well. Let's get into metal finishes now. If you are on the HandmadeInVermont.com website, look over in the red tabs with the pictures in them over there. You're going to see a Finishes Help Guide tab. Open that up for me. It's going to be a video there of me talking to you guys about the differences in Hubbardton Forge finishes, how they can look on different types of forging. I'm going to be referencing a chart just down below, so scroll down a little bit. You're going to see a chart. You can click on that chart, so you can click on dark smoke, you can click on soft gold, doesn't matter. Big page will pop up showing you lots of different things in that finish. You can go back to the chart and you'll notice there's letters A's on them, letter B's on some of those things, and that's going to be showing you this range of variants that you can expect to see on different translucent finishes, but I'll talk about all of that in the video, okay? Okay, showroom. Our showroom in Vermont has over 400 Hubbardton Forge fixtures. This is the biggest showroom in the world of Hubbardton Forge. No other showroom is like this. Hubbardton Forge doesn't even have their own showroom. They use this one. What's on display? We have a great tab on that. And those same red tabs, you're going to see a what's on display page. So open that up. It's going to show you everything we have on display, and including which finish, which shade, all of those things, and what kind of glass it's on there. We're open every day except Sunday, 11 to 6. I'm here every day except Sunday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern Time. We also have an amazing clearance center. Clearance center stuff is 75% off MSRP. It's returns, discontinued stuff, showroom samples. You have to come here to use it. Can't call us or email us about it, but it's definitely worth coming in to look at if you're in Vermont. Plus you want to use the showroom anyway because there's just so much great stuff here to see. Our number in Vermont, 802-446-2400. You can email us 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. Love to answer emails, and it's sales@HandmadeInVermont.com. So when you order from HandmadeInVermont.com, shipping is going to be free to every state except Alaska and Hawaii. No tax if we ship out of the state of Vermont. And we're the only dealer with 90-day returns, no restocking fee. Nobody else does that. Some larger items are going to be non-returnable. It's going to be really important that you are looking at the fixture on that page and kind of scroll down under the description. It'll tell you if that is the case. And that's usually for really big, giant, huge fixtures, mostly that go out on pallets. Okay, that's it. Rush program. Let's talk about that. So rush program, Hubbardton Forge generally takes about 3 to 4 weeks to go out the door. That's production time before your transit time. You always have to add that on too. We offer a rush program that takes you from that 3 to 4 weeks down to a little under 2 weeks. It's a very small addition per line item. So if you have like 1, 2, 3 items, like let's say 3 or 4 outdoor sconces, and they're all the same size and they're all the same finish, that's one line item. So it's very inexpensive to rush those kind of things. Don't be afraid to email us and ask about that. Okay, so that's really it. If you guys have any other questions, let us know. We would love to see you in our showroom sometime. And thanks for stopping in.